UN climate talks in Baku, Azerbaijan may be on the verge of collapsing. Dozens of delegates from small island and least developed nations have rejected an offer worth $300 billion from the EU and other wealthy nations to deal with extreme weather caused by climate change. They say they need more than double that amount, and their proposals have been ignored at the COP29 summit. We're seeing live pictures from the event. Experts there estimate that climate-vulnerable countries need more than $1 trillion a year to mitigate the impacts of global warming. Let's speak now to DW climate reporter Tim Schauenberg, who is at the talks in Baku. Tim, what's the latest there?
Well, the latest is that there is a deadlock which is concerning not only the least developed countries and the island states, small island states, which have left the negotiation room a couple of hours ago. Also, other major developing countries and also industrialized countries are concerned, because what we're seeing here is that we're seeing not enough. We do not see negotiations at the moment. Since parties have left the negotiation rooms, there is actually nothing happening, which is very, very concerning. It's not unusual that there's a lot of pressure here. It's not unusual that there's disagreement and that there's a blame game going on that we're also seeing here at the moment. What is concerning is that there is a sense of disorientation among parties, and not only among smaller island states or developing countries which do not have the capacities to deal with the latest proposals in time. Also among Germany, for example, we hear that they do not really know where are the negotiations heading. They do not know what is the presidency which is here to weave in all the positions and come up with a compromise. What is the target here? Where is the landing zone, which is very concerning and which could be, in my eyes, a tipping point to eventually come to a no deal here in Baku.
So beyond climate financing, or besides climate financing, what are the main sticking points?
Yeah, obviously climate protection. Climate financing is the head topic here to protect the climate of the future. It's not about welfare or some donations which are supposed to go to the global south. No, it's about protecting the climate, which every nation on this planet is already feeling the consequences of climate change. So the other big topic here is how to mitigate the emissions of the global industry. And there is also not really any progress that we're seeing, because everything is tied to the finance aspect. The EU, for example, wants more effort in the field of emissions reductions. But what, for example, developing countries are saying, well, we need the financial means to do so. So then please facilitate this money, and we are happy to come up with a green transition. Without that, that's their argument. We're often locked in debt, and we will not be able to afford this. So there's mitigation, and then there's the topic of adaptation, how to deal with the consequences of climate change. And also there, it's a deadlock. Everything is tied to the financial aspect, and parties are not moving on neither of the three, and that is very critical here at the moment.
What do we expect to happen then if a deal can't be reached?
Well, the Paris Agreement is a political agreement. It's based on trust. So basically, there is no court which is going to say, well, you did right, you did wrong. If there is no agreement, there will be no progress in the field of the aspects that I just mentioned: climate finance, climate protection, adaptation. That means all measures that could prevent further global warming would also be delayed. Delayed protection, delayed climate action means more extreme weather events, more death, more impacts of storms, droughts and floods around the world. So basically this is critical to come to an agreement. On a political level, what is going to happen is that the process, which cannot be concluded here, would be probably be renegotiated in Bonn. That's a side conference of the Paris Agreement in summer, and then next year in Brazil, where actually other topics are supposed to be discussed. This is not clear what's going to happen there if they have two major topics on the table there.
Okay. DW climate reporter Tim Schauenberg, thank you for that update.